Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, new episode, season 13, episode 15. Let's get right into it.
You said you weren't sure if you trusted this group.
Trust is something, and I've always said this, it's earned.
The women are still in Barcelona, España. Unfortunately, Sutton is very sad. She's crying because she's dealing with a lot. Today is the day that she's going to release her good friend Mir's ashes. And in this moment, she's been thinking not only of her friend, but also of her dad and her husband. It was so sad because to her, letting these ashes go is sort of a symbolism of her letting go 2 decades of her life. I'm really glad though that for once Kyle was being such a good friend and was able to be there for her in that moment to, comfort her and get her to calm down to her that everything was going to be okay. Sutton's fancy friend Trevor comes. We saw him last episode. He arrived. He's going to be joining them. Then they get going. Sutton gives them some flower necklaces that they put on. And Kyle was fighting her urges not to buy something from the little shops that were there as they were walking. But then they stop by the shore and Sutton thanks them for being there. And she tells them that, but she's going to be releasing not just her friend's ashes, but, she's going to be releasing the pain and the trauma that she's had. So she's, saying goodbye to 3 important men of her life. And she also wants them to let something go that has been heavy on them, so that they can move on as well. So with tears running down her face, she opens a little box of ashes and she throws them. But then the wind blows them back towards the ladies. Oh my gosh, I would die if that happened to me. Ugh. But then the other girls do their thing too. Like I said, they also let go of something. So Garcelle cries and says that she wants to let go of feeling alone at times. She goes into her daddy issues in detail and the man who she was married to for years and was cheating on her. So that was sad. Crystal also cries because she says that her brother is going to leave and start his own life forever over there in China. So it's like letting him go. Annemarie goes and she says that she looks like a very strong woman, but she says that she still has a lot of work to do to fully be happy. She didn't go into much detail, so everything was going great. It was really emotional. Then Dorit gets up there and she says, well, I'm not saying that I'm letting go of my PTSD, but I will try. Then Erika, oh my gosh, what a way to kill the moment. She says, well, I'm gonna let go of the pain from the last 2 years that some of y'all contributed to. Wow. Listen, nothing no one ever said was that bad. Anything anyone ever said to her was just them telling her that what she was saying and doing was not a good look. Anyway, Kyle is the last one and hers is deep. She says that she wants to let go of feeling guilt, that maybe she could have done more for Lorraine or even her relationship with her sister and friends. But Kyle in her confessional says that she's not exactly ready to share the struggles in her marriage just yet. Then they give each other a group hug, very nice. When they're leaving though, Crystal says, I'm sorry that I contributed to your pain, Erika. Crystal, please grow a backbone. It was like music to Erika's ears to listen to that. So then they head back. They have actually been practicing to do a traditional flamenco dance later that night, so that'll be interesting. So then it is a little bit later and they're getting ready, and Erika is telling her makeup people that she's not happy. She says that she wishes that they could have had a moment for all of them to sit down and for them to acknowledge and apologize to her. Ugh. So yeah, Erika is expecting apologies, girl. Bye. We also see Kyle FaceTime her daughters to make sure that everything is going good over there at home. And then the ladies get dressed in red dresses. I think the best dress was Dorit. They all kept saying that Kyle wasn't wearing red, that she was wearing orange. But honestly, through the camera, it looked red. When they were on their way there, they're talking about what they're going to do when they get back home. And Sutton says that she's going to go take her daughter to see Taylor Swift. Erika says that she's going to be at home with her dog and hopefully a man can come over. what? Annemarie also asks Sutton if she would ever get married again. So they talk about that. And Garcelle says that she could be okay doing it without the papers involved, like the legal side, because she doesn't want to deal with none of that prenup stuff and half. And she wants all her money that she's ever made to be for her and her children, rightfully so. And somehow, I think based off a comment that Erika made, they started asking the married ladies if they know what they're signing when their husbands ask them to sign documents. Annemarie says that she always has the business manager go through what Marcellus is asking for her to sign. And Kyle's answers were kind of weird. They were kind of sus. Then they head to dinner. Annemarie, as they're eating, asks, what was y'all's favorite moment of the trip? So Crystal said, seeing the paella being made. Kyle says that it was the moment earlier from the ocean. Erika, when it's her turn, she says that she's definitely enjoying this trip much better than she was last season in Aspen. But Annemarie asks Erika, what did you mean earlier today? Like when you were letting go? Because, I haven't been here. So Erika says, well, what I meant is that last year, she was very uncharacterized and misunderstood. And she says that after getting the news about the earrings and the appeal, she felt like everybody should have acknowledged that. Garcelle then remembers that when they had that retreat in episode 1, Erika had said that she didn't trust him, so she's asking Erika if she still feels like that. And Erika basically says that it'll take time, but things are somehow better. Then Sutton says, well, cheers to Erika, and then she throws a little shade because recently Erika went to Kyle's house to give her a person, she went with a car and I think it was a poster and stuff, inviting Kyle to her residency. But Erika didn't go to the others. She didn't give them an invitation. So Sutton says that she still wants to go. And Erika says, yeah, of course you are all invited. Then they see a performance of a guy who was tap dancing. And then the ladies need to go up to, give their performance. But they were nervous. And Dorit tried to chicken out. I'm surprised that she didn't say that she was triggered. But they all went up and they did a little something. And it was actually pretty fun. I loved it. It was a great trip. It really was. Really lighthearted. Nothing too dark. Nothing too toxic. It was honestly a pretty great trip. But then in the next scene, they're back home already. So we see them all doing little things in their house with their families or rehearsing. And then we see Kyle and Dorit. She comes over to Kyle's house. Dorit really likes Coke. Coca-Cola. Wait a minute. Coca-Cola. Okay, this is not a random reference, but yeah, she was drinking a lot of Coca-Cola this episode. So Kyle then tells Dorit about the therapy that she's been having. The thing is, Dorit knows that something is wrong with Kyle because they were really close friends, and Kyle has been sort of distancing herself. So Kyle does bring up her issues with Mauricio. They're fighting constantly. The trips and the traveling that they have, these different schedules is also putting a huge drift in their relationship. Kyle says that he's been doing a lot since the agency has been expanding and he's very invested. But Kyle is like, why can't he put all that love and energy into us as he puts into the agency? And that's a great point. She tells Dorit that this is the hardest moment that she's had with Mauricio that they've ever gone through. And she says that if Mauricio is not able to, put in the work, then they're not gonna survive this. So that was the end of the episode. Like I said, you guys, really good episode because I love the trip. It was really emotional when they were doing that stuff. But Erika is messy. She's bitter about what happened. And it looks like next week she's going to get into it a little bit with Garcelle. So we'll see what that's about. But y'all, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know your comments. And I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.